Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So after I released the 2 momentum YouTube, I got many messages sent to me on momentum, and also this afternoon I have a very good discussion with a very well-known Wing Chun Kun Sifu on how realistic is the wooden dummy sets and the wooden dummy training according to momentum. Okay, so we discussed many things, including details in techniques and the criteria to make us know whether it is making any sense in terms of momentum and so forth. So here I like to share with you a brief of what I'm presenting. Okay, basically there's 3 criteria here I like to share with you, so you can have a reference, okay, on when you deal with momentum and dealing with this wooden dummy sets. Okay, now the first criteria is about the range of operations or the range of functions. So what I mean by the range of functions? If we look at this wooden dummy arm, okay, the arm, we know that this arm is actually between the shoulder to the elbow. This is the arm. Okay, so it tells me that the range of the firing is this close. Okay, the range of firing is this close. This is his arm, his shoulder to the elbow. This is my elbow to the shoulder. Is this range? Okay, this is different than usual Nam Kun or Hong Ga or some other Nam Kun dummy. This is Wing Chun dummy because this arm is represent this. Okay, model this. It is not this. Okay, and if it is this long, the arm, then this is the Q Sao, but this is not. This is this short. Okay, so when I do a Tan Sao, okay, I'm actually interface between these two points, intercept it here. So in other words, that if this is my opponent, he's intercept this point. Okay, it get into this point instead of in the Q Sao, this area. Okay, so there's a range, and one critical thing is this: at this range, the power generations, the strike generation is different with this range. This range I can have a straight arm type of a strike. At this range, I will not be able to have the extended or straight punch, long punch here, which is I call the body type of strike, because there's no space here and you don't have time here. So over here, the arm cannot straighten out like you playing something here, like tan da, tan da, tan da. It's a different stuff. And here, so here, one need to use forceful strike. Okay, mostly because it's so close. Okay, or it can be forceful type here, so close, and I can extend this arm because this is closer to his body and this is farther from the body. So this one I can strike kind of strong, longer, but this one has to be short, forceful power generations. Okay, so this has to be watch out, because if we thinking Our dummy is this way and we keeping thinking this type of stuff. That is a two different story. Okay? The training is different. Over here at this, the strategy, the techniques, the momentum handling is very different than this thing. Because this is going to close body already. Okay? So this is the first criteria in wooden dummy. One cannot simply do whatever techniques one likes. One need to know what ranges one play with and what type of power generations. Is it a body type or it is a force flow type? Need to be very clear there. Otherwise, it is a chaotic situations and really one doesn't go anywhere, because if I keeping assume this is this is Q style. Contact between the wrist and the elbow, that's very different than the contact between the elbow and the shoulder. The elbow and the shoulder, the elbow and the shoulder. So if I want to open it up this way, I actually open it up like this wooden dummy. It opening me up on this side instead of opening up this side. Okay, which is the Q style. So that has to be very careful and understand. And the dummy practice has to really really clear on this. So the first criteria is the range criteria. What range are we playing at? What range are we training so that we are good at it? What kind of power generation we need to handle at the range, to generate the power at the range. The second is this. The second is about the first contact momentum, or the body integrations be able to take impact. Okay, so there's about first contact momentum, and the body has to be able to take impact from the momentum. Okay, if we watch the new movie of Donnie Yen fighting Mike Tyson, at one point it showed the high bong sao try to do whatever with the Mike Tyson's strike. Is this a realistic stuff in the world of momentum and physics or structure? This is absolutely crazy. Okay. The first thing, whenever we do a high bong sao, we actually tear apart the lower forearm and the upper body. Try it, okay? Try it. See whether the body is being torn apart. So structurally, this is very weak stuff, okay? That structural, like the building, everything, that's very weak stuff, because I actually tear my body apart. If I tear my body apart, how can I take an impact? Where if I need to take impact, I need to integrate the whole body instead of tear my body apart. Okay? So structure wise, how is that going to take the first contact momentum or the impact at any time of the contact? In this case, can Donnie Yen do that with the Mike Tyson's punch? Well, the reality in terms of momentum and structural will be this thing break apart, because first thing, I tear my own cell apart already with this high bong sao, and then it can take the impact of the momentum. The whole thing's over. This torn. Okay? So that is the second criteria. The criteria of be able to take impact of the first contact momentum. It is a kiss of death if we do this kind of stuff. Okay. The third criteria is the criteria of inertial. Momentum have inertial, and it is with this criteria of inertial we play with the angle, the timing, or the positioning. Okay. So what is inertial? Inertial is like when the car get out of control, suddenly run into me. There's no way I can stop the car right there. It's going to keep moving. Okay? If I want to stop the car right there, it will be needed an infinity of power. Like the Superman, you see the Superman movie, even if try to stop a rocket or anything, the Superman still get pushed backward. That is dealing with the inertia. Okay? So, many times we see when people practice wooden dummy sets, you can see range from kick, and then turn to the side kick, whole bunch of fancy stuff, or kick and then doing different stuff, okay, different combinations, which is ignoring the inertia. Ignoring this inertia is a kiss of death, okay, because it is Newton's law, is law of physics. Whatever moving will continue moving, okay, until it dissipates the energy. So if we want to say we want to kick, and then we want to turn into a side kick, low side kick, well, in a movie there's possible because they don't concern inertia, they just want to look good. In the real life, if I kick like that, he changed and the momentum changed, will I be able to stand here and doing another side kick or a step kick or those kind of stuff, or different combinations? Okay. So like in the other YouTube, when I say I get in horizontally, I do a tanda, and the opponent is very good. He's found out I have opening here. Right away he dropped down, he will try to take me down. He's using my momentum, my inertia. Because I go this way, it's gonna drop down and took it. And I have to use the inertia to spin. I cannot stop there. If I stop there, it take me down. If I go struggle, then it become a mess. So I have to use the inertia. I spin into a cancel to handle this. So it's inertial play, the momentum play. It is all type of continuous play. It is not start stop, or some fancy stuff which is like I'm going to kick him and then I'm going to side kick. Movie looks good, okay, but in the real life, when I kick him like that, there's a moment inertia coming towards me. It's like to kick a wall, okay. You kick a wall, there's a bounce back. But if you kick a guy who is rushing into you, then one had to take account of the inertia, and then one need to adjust dynamically the timing and so forth. Okay, so that is the criteria of the inertia, not just one made up all this move and then to call it this a secret sets. Okay, and so if these three criteria, the range criteria, the be able to take the impact criteria and the inertia criteria, if they are superimposed together or stacked together, then there is a realistic criteria or the realistic checking that, okay? Without this, say for example this kick, this is a long range, okay? This is a long range. Can I do kick this here? If I do kick here, I get taken down because it's too close already. I leave my leg, I fall. It's gonna crush in. Okay, so this is the 3 criteria which is I propose to everybody checking on the wooden dummy sets. It is not like, oh yeah, you know, when I was young I learned the 36 point and then the 72 point and then the 108 point. The more point I learned, the more point stuff of the wooden dummy I learned, the better I am, or I learned the 360 point or the 720 point. It is useless if the sets and the practice do not be able to have some common sense according to the this 3 criteria. Okay. So this is what I'd like to share with you today.